Hello everyone, my name is Izzuddin Osman and this is AutoCAD 2D floor plan layout for beginners. So let's get started now with our AutoCAD 2D basic floor plan for office design. So first up, before you draw, you gotta make sure your grid is off, your polar track is on, your object snap is on, and your object snap track is on. So this is your polar track, okay, and this is your object snap track, and this is your object snap button. So all of this tree is basically on right now, so I'm gonna off it and on it again to show to you all where is the indication button, right? Okay, if you want to go to the setting, you just got to right click the object snap button and make sure all these 5 object snaps are activated, like your endpoint, your midpoint, your center, your intersection, and your extension are all on. So object snap settings is actually meant for object target. It is used during your drawing process. So make sure you are using your drafting and annotation setting if you are drawing AutoCAD 2D floor plan design. So we're going to change to workspace setting, drafting and annotation. So as you can see right now, my interface has changed to drafting and annotation. Yeah, let's get started now. Without wasting any time, let's look upon to the floor plan. This is an office floor plan design, complete with dimensions and everything. Okay, so we're gonna draw now. Let's type in units to define our units. So we're gonna choose millimeters as our units. Click OK. So remember, if you want to change your units, you just have to type units in the command window panel at the bottom of this software. Click OK. Then the next step is you have to define your drawing area. So just type limits and 0,0 as your origin. So for your upper right corner point, you got to make sure the point that you input is larger than the object that you want to draw. So I'm just going to take 15,000 due to my total length of my walls is around 14,000. So then you just type Z enter, E enter. So I'm going to draw this 8,000 mm wall first, 8,600 mm wall. Okay, so I'm just going to click line. You can just click line, or you can type L enter, click 1 point, polar track it. During the polar track, you just type in 8,600 as in your measurement of the wall. So I'm going down. So going down, the wall that is going down right now is actually 8,000 mm in dimension. So I'm going to type 8,000 now. Alright, and press enter. So I'm going to object snap track this particular wall portion and press escape. Alright, press escape on your keyboard. So I'm looking back to the floor plan layout. Alright, and I'm gonna go to the offset command. Click offset and type in 200 mm as its distance. Click one line and click a point to define the site that you want to offset to. Okay, let's look on the floor plan again. So I'm trying to draw the 6,000 mm wall here. So I'm just going to type L enter and click this point and polar track it. Type 6,000 and press enter. This portion I'm just going to object snap track it. Alright, so I'm just looking back to the floor plan again. Alright, so get the measurements right, click line and close this particular internal wall by using line command. Alright, we've done that, and click offset. to offset the line, or you can press O, enter, type in the distance of the offset, which is 200 mm. Click this wall, click outside to define the side you want to offset to. Okay, click this wall, click the other side, click this wall, click to the other side, click this wall, click to the other side. Right? And I'm going to use fillet now to join all the unjoined lines. I'm going to use fillet. Click fillet and click this line, click the other line to join it. Alright, so I'm just going to use line command just to extend this to, in order to close that loop. Alright, click fillet again and join these two lines. Fillet with radius 0. Okay, click fillet without defining any settings of a radius, and just click both lines. So this particular portion, I'm going to select and delete it. Alright, I'm going to select and delete those two reference lines there. I'm going to look back to the floor plan again. Alright, so I'm going to draw the rest of the walls. So polar track it, type 3000 as in the dimension of that wall. Alright, there's another wall with an angle formation given in this floor plan is 50 degree with its length 4000. Using polar relative coordinate, right? So the angle that you must the angle that you must enter in AutoCAD must start from 0 degree axis. So you just type at 4000, angle is actually 360 minus 50 in getting the corresponding angle 310, right? So given the angle in the floor plan is 50 degree, but you got to minus out 360 minus 50 in getting 310 and enter that in your command as your polar relative coordinate. Alright, so just polar tracking, type 4000. Alright, you can see this line is going 4000 also, but with an angle formation 50 degree. So as I said earlier, AutoCAD only accept angle which starts from 0 degree axis. So in this case, I have to add in 180 plus 50. Alright, 180 plus 50, which is 230, right? Is the corresponding angle which starts from 0 degree axis. So to actually enter the angle for your polar relative coordinate in this AutoCAD, so 180 plus 50 is 230. So I'm going to type that and press the rest of the line. I'm just going to join this to the other point and click offset. Click offset, type in 200 mm as its distance and offset this wall inside. Alright. Okay, as you can see, if you zoom this particular portion, this line is not going to the maximum. Alright, I'm typing EX and enter twice to extend this line. So type EX and press enter twice, double enter. And this portion I'm going to trim it, so I'm just going to type TR and double enter to trim this portion, the unwanted portion. Okay, you can trim anything by typing TR and enter twice on your keyboard, and just click on any portions that you don't want. Alright, so I'm going to trim this portion also, that portion also. Okay, so we are ready now. We got our outer walls ready. Okay, now I'm just drawing this part for the reception, the backdrop. wall for the reception. No, I think I'm gonna draw the door first. So the door is actually measured 900 mm as in its width. So I'm trying to draw the door right now using an arc. So I'm just gonna click, let me find the arc, click arc, and then type C enter to call the center option. Click one start point and the other end point. So I guess my arc goes wrongly, so I'm just gonna draw the correct arc corresponding to the arc shown in the floor plan layout. So I'm just going to draw the 900 mm lines first and press A enter, type C enter, and click one start point and click to the other end point. So I'm just going to mirror this by typing MI enter for mirror. Okay, I'm going to offset these two lines by 50 mm and close it. Alright, close it. Okay, I'm gonna close this portion. I'm gonna close that portion, and I'm gonna hatch. Alright, with using the solid pattern to hatch the door. Go to under predefined, click solid, click add pick points, and click inside the region that you want to hatch in. Okay. Alright, so we got our doors already set. So now we're going to move it to the midpoint of this wall. So wait until the object snap appears and click on it. So I'm just going to set the boundary of that door. Select those two lines first before trimming it out. Type TR and enter twice and trim out the unwanted portions. Right? So I'm just gonna mark one reference line here by 500 mm and just draw this line to create the executive's office. Alright, so offset this by 50 mm. So I'm using that line as my center line. So and then type O enter, type 100 and offset this line inside. So type TR and enter twice. Trim the unwanted portions. Select the center line. I'll trim out this portion first, and then select the center line and delete it. Okay. Press L enter. Right. I'm just trying to draw another door here to actually set the door for the executive office. Okay, so I got the door ready already. So I'm gonna offset it to by 50 mm. Select that particular portion and offset it out. Close this portion, close that part. Okay, hatch it by using solid pattern. Hatch the door. Okay, I got that part already set. Okay, and I'm just drawing a reference line here by 200 mm. So I'm gonna move this. On that particular reference line. Alright, so I'm just creating the boundary for the door. Okay, so click line, draw that line properly straight, select the overlap line, delete it, trim out these portions. Alright, so I have to delete the overlap line first before trimming it out. Okay, so now I'm drawing another door. Okay, type 900 mm as its length, offset it by 50 mm. Alright, close the particular portion, close that particular portion. Okay, type H enter, H enter for hatch, to hatch that particular area. Alright, type A enter, type C enter to draw an arc to represent it as a door. Mark reference line by 200 mm and move this towards to that point, on that reference line. So we actually have to set the boundary of the door first. Okay, and trim it out. Delete this one first. Make sure that the line goes straight. using your polar tracking. Select the overlap line, trim it out unwanted portions. Alright, so we got that ready. Alright. Okay, now I'm going to I'm gonna mirror what I've just drawn just now by using mirror command. Type MI, enter, and select one axis point and another axis point to define the mirror line. So I got the executive offices ready by using mirror command to actually mirror the part that I've drawn just now to the other side by using mirror command, and I can type MI, enter to do that. So now I'm gonna draw the backdrop wall for the reception. Okay, for the reception. So using the dimensions stated on the floor plan layout. Alright, so I'm just gonna draw it first, then move it later to centralize it. So I'm just drawing my reference lines first by 1000 mm and move the backdrop wall there. So after that, I can delete all the reference lines. Alright, I've created the backdrop wall. Now I'm gonna create okay, let's just look upon the floor plan. I'm creating for the reception table. Alright, I want to create that first. Okay, so I'm gonna draw a line here by 1000 mm. Alright, by 1000 mm, going down is 2500. Alright, and using object snap track to complete the other portion, offset it by 500 mm. Offset that line, offset this line, and offset the other line. Press escape and click fillet or fillet. Type in R, enter to call the radius option. Type in 500 and click both lines to fillet or the two lines to round up the corner edge. Right, so what does fillet do actually? It will round up the corner edge with a specific radius. Alright, so I'm gonna fillet the corner point for this reception also, but with a different radius. Alright, so I'm just gonna close this using a line first, and I'm gonna click fillet again, or I type F, enter as my shortcut for fillet. Type R, enter to call the radius option. Type 250 mm is my radius, and fillet these two lines for this internal corner edge. Alright, so I got my reception table set already. Now I'm gonna move it and centralize it. Okay, alright, so we got our reception table moved to its proper location. Alright, now what I'm going to do here is I want to copy it by clicking copy command. Click copy command, select these two doors, press enter, click one base point and click another point for its displacement, for its destination. And then I'm gonna click line. I'm gonna bound this, border this particular door before I trim it out. Okay, so I will use a line to border this, or to bound this door out first before I trim the unwanted portions. Alright, so and then I'm gonna type TR, enter twice, and trim out the unwanted portions. So I got the reception door entrance ready. Alright, so now we're going to see what's going on here, as in the ceiling fan, how to draw the ceiling fan. So the measurements for the ceiling fan is indicated in the floor plan layout. So I'm going to draw one blade of that ceiling fan. So this one is let me look again for its dimension. So the measurement is 200 mm by 600, so 600 mm, and polar track it 200 mm. use my object snap track to complete it. Mark one reference line there and type E enter C enter to draw an arc at the top of that blade. Yeah, and I'm gonna draw a circle on that on the center of this ceiling fan. So I'm gonna try to draw a circle in the center of my ceiling fan. So define the center point first. Alright, type 1. Okay, that one goes wrongly, sorry. So click circle again. Try to find its center point, type 144 as its radius. Okay, now I'm gonna find the polar array command. The polar array command. So click polar array, select the object that you want to array, press enter. Okay, and click one base point as the center of your array. Type I enter to define the number of items that you want to array. In this case, we're gonna try using 6 first, and then I enter again. I'm gonna type 3 because my ceiling fan has 3 blades actually. Okay, so we are set. We already draw the ceiling fan, and I'm gonna move it over here. I'm gonna move the ceiling fan over here. Alright. Okay. Alright. So I'm gonna hatch all the concrete walls. Okay, so hatch the internal wall. So I'm just gonna type T enter to enter the settings of my hatching. Click under swatch. Click solid as my swatch pattern. Click add pick point and click inside the wall region. So click it and press enter. So I have hatched, right, for all my concrete walls. Alright, so I'm gonna hatch this backdrop wall also. Alright, so done.